We are not doctors. Nothing in this podcast should be taken as medical advice. Consult your physician before starting any workout routine. This is the Martial Heart Podcast.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Welcome to the Martial Heart Podcast. Hi. It's Sunday, October 20th, 2024. And Sunday morning, I've already been up for hours and hours with not a lot to do. Did a lot yesterday. We got a lot done. We got started on a lot of things that we needed to get started on for a long time. Things that we've had to put off and put off and put off. And things that absolutely had to be put off for a while because I was out of commission and wasn't allowed to lift heavy things, stuff like that. So we were able to get started on some projects that we've really been wanting to do probably for 2 years now. And we've found a lot of reasons to put them off over that period of time. So only one of which was I had a heart attack and wasn't supposed to be doing that stuff. So now I'm pretty sure that it's okay now. So we're moving heavy things around and clearing some things out, doing some stuff that really needs to be done. So we were busy all day yesterday. And then when we were done, it was just pooped. Tired. So didn't do a podcast yesterday. Sorry if you're looking forward to it. I know some people expect one every day. And I say that it's a daily podcast, but sometimes I don't do one because sometimes I don't have time and sometimes I don't feel like it. And since it's my podcast, I cannot feel like it. That's just the way, that's the rules. Them's the breaks, as they say. And I keep having this thing where those of you who are not watching, if you're just listening, you might hear some things occasionally. This is called mic handling noise because every time I sit down here to record this, I put the microphone where it should be, and then I wave my hands around and I bump into it all the time. Or I grab it and I move it, and because I want to look over there, and so I'm moving the microphone around, and I can't just keep my hands off of it. I'm supposed to just keep my hands off of it. It seems like a simple thing to do, but it's not. Why? When there's a microphone, why are we compelled as humans to grab it and hold on to it? Is it Elvis? Was it the Rolling Stones? Who did that? Who made us want to just hold the microphone all the time while we're talking into it? I don't know. Maybe that's an episode for the conspiracy show. We'll discuss mic handling and how Mick Jagger ruined everyone. Or maybe it was Aerosmith. Anyhow, feeling okay. Tired. Got up too early again this morning, as usual. Played with the lighting. Took off auto white balancing and all this stuff off of the camera because, it was washing everything out, and it just didn't look that good. So, I have things, I'm going to play around with those settings some more too. It just needed to be darker, and I guess the camera program is intelligent enough to go, hey, dumbass, you forgot to turn on some lights. So we're going to brighten everything up. So you have to go into the settings and turn all that stuff off, the stuff that's supposed to be helping you because you're forgetful and you didn't turn on any lights. You need to turn those things off so you can have the ambiance that you actually want. This is more like what the room looks like behind me because I don't have a lot of lights on in here. I have photography lights that I use. I got them and used them whenever I was making hats, and I would use them to take pictures of stuff, and so I'm using one. That's the only light I have because every time I turn more of them on, it's just too much. It's too much light. So I have that, and I have one of those little circle, lights, selfie lights or whatever they call them. So that's it. And then everything else, I just want it to be accented and not boring behind me. Because there was talk of just putting a giant dark curtain behind me. And I figured, it's boring. I don't like that. See, I just hit the stupid microphone cord again. All right. Anyhow, so I am going to go with a 2-camera podcast setup for the video folks. You know, I'm being responsible, buying used, refurbished stuff, not getting this 4K fancy stuff that you youngins are using out there today. No, just another version of the same camera I'm using right now. And they're, it's like somebody bought a truckload of them or something from some company that went out of business that apparently did a lot of remote stuff. This might make sense. A lot of companies are going back to the office now, companies that everyone was working remote. There were a lot of companies here locally that had thousands of employees who worked remotely during the pandemic. And now those people are going back to the offices, which I'm sure most of them are not happy about it. Some of them are not. Some of the employees, one of our customers, one of our major clients, I guess you would say, thousands of their people are still going to continue to work from home because it worked out really well for them. So now they have to sell off a whole lot of office space that they had because they had millions of square feet of office space in the area. They still do. And since it's going to go unused now, a lot of it's going unused, they're going to sell it off. But I wonder if that's why, because there's like the glut in the market of used webcams and things, and that's got to be it. Thousands and thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of people who, purchased some of this equipment so they could do Zoom conferences and stuff from home and have them look professional. Suddenly they're going back to work and they don't need them now. So, companies are selling them off. If the companies were nice enough to buy them for them and then turn them in, they weren't using them. But these Logitech webcams, like the one that I'm using, there's currently thousands of them on eBay. Dirt cheap, virtually nothing. It costs you more for shipping than it will to buy the stupid thing. So anyway, going with a 2-camera setup. It should be here tomorrow. I won't set it up tomorrow because I'm too busy. Tomorrow, Mondays, of course, cardiac rehab and stuff. So it'll be sometime this week. I'll be experimenting with it. So I have a 2-camera setup. And you'll be able to see us from a different angle there. And I say us because it's me and my multiple personalities. I don't know what's going on. It's Sunday morning and I'm tired. It's already time for a nap, and I can't have a nap because I got to go downstairs and work out. I got to go, get my swole on. I need to do some cardio. Got to do some light weights and stuff today because I need to work out. I need to. I feel like I'm getting dumpy, and I'm eating too much, first of all. And lately I've been eating poorly. I haven't been following the rules very, very well. And I'm disappointed in myself for that, even though I've been like, you know what, this sucks. I need to treat myself so I feel happy. So I'm going to eat this really bad thing that might kill me. I don't know. It's not very smart, but I need to compensate for all that stuff that I've been doing and, work out more. And I've been wanting to do that. I've been afraid to do that, I think. But now that I'm starting to learn through cardiac rehab what's okay. And if I start feeling this way, stop doing that. The old adage, it hurts when I do this. Well, stop doing that. That's a thing. But when it's your heart, if it hurts when you're doing something, sometimes that might be too late. You might actually just be having a heart attack now. And that's not good. You don't want to do that. So you have to learn to spot these signs and symptoms before that happens. And nobody really knows what they are because they're different for everybody. So, they'll tell you, if you feel any kind of thing, it could be pressure, it could be pain, it could be dizziness, whatever. Stop doing what you're doing. All right. But so it's all kind of vague. And you just have to push yourself a little bit. You have to be brave enough, I guess. And it takes a while to get that courage to go, I'm going to push myself. I'm going to let my heart rate go a little bit faster. I'm going to let my heart thump a little harder in my chest because I've got to see if it's going to explode or if I'm okay to, work out again. I don't know. This is crazy. having a heart attack and recovering from it is just crazy. And it's quite an adventure. I don't know if it qualifies as an adventure, but it's going to go in the adventure book for my life. Like, hey, heart attacks, fun times. Stop touching. See, I was going to start touching the microphone again for those of you watching on video. Yeah, reached for it. I was just going to grab it and move it around for no reason. Don't know why. I'm fidgety. That must be what it is. I'm fidgety today, so I need to go burn some of that off in the gym. So I think I'm going to go do that. This week coming up, pretty much just cardiac rehab, working, experimenting with a new camera setup. If I get that, if it shows up in the mail, it's supposed to. I also have some other microphones that we're going to experiment with, and you're going to get to experiment with that with me, and it'll be fun, maybe. And then the ones you don't like or I don't like, we're just going to put them back on eBay. All right, everyone have a good Sunday. Start your week off right this week. Go work out. Do something.